Hi, everyone. Heather Shea here, Assistant Director of the RISE program. I'm here again with Dr. Laurie Thorpe, Director of RISE, to share with you today about MSU colleges and choosing a major. This is a part of a multi-section series that is designed to help prepare you for the Academic Orientation Program, or AOP. In our workshop day, when we did this, it was primarily students who gave this material. So Laurie and I will do our best to cover the colleges and help you think a little bit about the various options you have when choosing a college and choosing a major. Laurie?
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We're glad you're here. This is probably one of the most important videos that you'll watch. It's really important for the positive outcome of your AOP experience, that you go into it feeling pretty solid about the college and that this is a college that is best aligned with your skills, your interests, your abilities, and your career path. So we're going to share with you several slides that will detail the kind of common characteristics of those colleges. And we hope that you will take some time to kind of review all of them and make sure, even if you think you know where you're going, that you've identified the right college. We're less concerned that you pick your major at this point in time. If you can find the right college, you will probably be just fine, and you'll have an excellent experience creating your schedule at AOP. RISE is comprised of 8 colleges, partner colleges that support us with resources, and they're listed here on the screen as you can see. These colleges are College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, the College of Arts and Letters, Communication Arts and Sciences, the Broad College of Business, the College of Engineering, College of Natural Science, College of Social Science, and the College of Education. That's a lot to digest, and we don't expect you to have that figured out yet. So what we really encourage you to do is, as we go through all of these slides, you may want to come back and revisit them a couple times, and then you may want to visit their websites on the MSU homepage as well to make sure that you found the right place for you. We can also connect you with students in the RISE program that are from all of these colleges, which is another great way to help make sure that you've made the right decision. You should know that 3 out of those colleges are what we call restricted enrollment colleges. This means that when you come to MSU as a first-year student, you are provisionally admitted into these colleges. They are the College of Business, the College of Education, and the College of Engineering. All 3 of these colleges have professional programs, and so they have to restrict the number of students that they admit each year. This means that you will then reapply to the college at the end of your first year here at MSU, which means you'll have to take several courses that are required for admission. You will also have to be able to have a cumulative GPA that meets their requirements. And so we share this with you so that you know when you're going into AOP that technically you are not fully admitted into those 3 colleges until the end of your first year and when you've met the application requirements for those colleges. So we're going to kick it off with, what does it mean to be in the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources? And what you can see here on the slide are several bullet points, and this comes straight from our students. We surveyed these students when we made this slide presentation several years ago. What we want you to think about right now is that the College of Ag and Nat Resources is what we call a blending of social and basic sciences, that it's what's called an applied science college. And so if you're more of a basic science person, this would not be the right college for you. Students in this college take what they learn in the basic science courses like chemistry and mathematics and biology, and then they apply them to real world problems. You're also going to see a lot of the college is comprised of students that are nature lovers, that love the outdoors, that want a career that's in the field. Many Peace Corps students are in this college. You're going to see it's a very diverse college. In that college, we have everything from packaging to animal science and multiple other diverse majors in between. So it's important that you may want to go onto the College of Ag and Net Resources website and look at all the various majors that are in this college. Outside of class learning is really important for your success in this college. That means you're more than likely going to have field projects where you're going to go out into the community. You may go out and collect data out in a forest or on a stream. So you should bear that in mind, that you're going to be expected to do some things outside of the classroom. These are careers that are very much driven by your passion or your love of nature or animals. Don't count on becoming a millionaire with a career in ag and net resources. These are very much driven by your deep love for these things. It's not unusual to find careers that are research careers, that are education careers, whether informal or formal. Often College of Ag and Net Resource grads go on to work for the government, whether it's state, local, or national. They are also very much found in doing community service or working in the nonprofit sector. One last note about this college is A&R has very deep ties in international agriculture and ag development, as well as international development. So if you're interested in working in the developing world, this is probably a very good fit for you.
Great. I am going to talk a little bit about the College of Arts and Letters. If you're an actor, an artist, a designer, or interested in teaching any of these subjects, Cal might be the place for you. If you're a designing person, a creative person, enjoy the performing arts. Majors range from philosophy to apparel and textile design to professional writing. Professional writing, incidentally, is where we find the most RISE students who participate in Cal. For those of you who are interested in doing a lot of writing, the RISE blog might be the co-curricular experience that relates most specifically to out-of-class work with this particular college. The college also provides teaching minors for several subjects, and it should be noted that for many of the degrees, there is a foreign language requirement, both for admission as well as for participation while you're here. Several writing-heavy courses, and lots of room for personal expression within the College of Arts and Letters. And all the way to gender studies, professors will challenge students' worldviews, encourage them to think outside their comfort zones, and be prepared to face some of the worlds from a more creative and design-oriented perspective. The next major I'm going to talk about is the College of Communication, or next college I'm going to talk about is the College of Communication, Arts and Sciences. This is the college where you'll find journalism, communications, advertising. If you're a person who enjoys writing and doing so on a short deadline, if you are a curious, persistent people person, I think of journalists as this in particular. Or if you have various areas of expertise in which you feel communication will be relevant, this is probably the college that might most appropriately fit your skill set. This is also a place where folks who have a creative level of expression but want to apply it in different ways beyond the College of Arts and Letters will find a home here in Com Arts and Sciences. So this is one of the colleges that we see fewer students from in RISE, but many who bring these skill sets in and maybe seek a minor. Finally, I'll talk about the College of Education and then turn it back to Laurie. So if you loved teaching or sharing knowledge with others or are interested in doing this as a career, obviously the College of Education is the place where you'll find teacher preparation majors. K-12 or elementary primary education might be a place where you can work with young kids and engage with them both in and out of the classroom, which might mean helping them get out of the desk and into the dirt, doing some environmental studies type work. If you loved taking environmental studies and environmental sciences as a high school student, as a secondary education major, you would be able to potentially teach teenagers about environmental impact that they have on their community and help others develop the same passion as well. This is also the home of kinesiology or physical education majors here at MSU, and as well as an undergraduate leadership course that many students in RISE have taken as well, called EAD 315. The College of Education is one of those restricted enrollment colleges. And there are two different cohort programs, the Global Educators Cohort and the Urban Educators Cohort program, in which students have more intensive experiences either through education abroad programs or through internship programs in urban areas. So that is the College of Education. Laurie?
College of Engineering. We have a pretty high percentage of RISE students that come in thinking that this is the college of their choice. You should know right up front too, this is a very competitive program because it is a restricted enrollment college. So you want to visit the College of Engineering website to look at what those requirements are before you make a decision about this college. No doubt about it, College of Engineering, you must be able to problem solve with minimal direction. This is really what engineering is all about, is you're a problem solver and you're applying scientific skills, technical skills to make the world a better place. One of our students, one of our favorite quotes says that the student said that I use differential equations every day. And so if that sounds like you, that you're comfortable with that, count on it. If this makes you pause and think twice about College of Engineering, that's a good thing. That might not be the right home for you. You also should know that if you're not placed into Calc 1 after you take your math placement exam before AOP, you might also give pause and rethink whether this is the best fit for you. It's going to give you a little bit of a challenge. You'll be one semester behind already if you haven't placed into Calc 1, and it also is a indicator that your math skills might not be as strong as they should be for this college. Doesn't mean it's impossible, but it means you probably ought to give this college a very serious consideration because you will be using mathematics every day. Ask yourself, do you enjoy analyzing data? This is another big part of being an engineer. You're going to be given data sets, and then you're going to be asked to analyze them and make meaning out of them. If that doesn't sound like a fun thing to do or something that you can envision yourself doing on a daily basis, again, you might want to rethink this college. This is from one of our engineering students: math, 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 and more math. Once again, if you're not strong in mathematics in high school, or this sounds like this is going to be an uphill battle, this probably is not the college for you. And then last but not least, one of the skill sets that you're going to be required to have is you're going to need to be able to model and take those data and turn them into models. You're going to need to be able to interpret data sets. This is something that engineering students are doing right away and doing on a regular basis in their engineering classes. Hope this helps you kind of get a picture of engineering, and we're more than happy to connect you with students in this college if you have more questions. College of Nat Sci is similar but different to engineering. It's also very much a science, as the name implies. Here you're doing, though, what's called basic science. You are not applying science to real world problems. You are discovering science for science's sake. And so here again, you need to have a very strong level of confidence in your skills from high school in the basic sciences, which would be mathematics, chemistry, biology, physics. You will be taking these courses all 4 years that you're in the College of Natural Science. You should also know that if you're in one of these majors, 9 times out of 10, graduate school or further education is almost always going to be necessary to stay in the field and work in the field. So you should be prepared that you're going to be going on after your undergraduate degree for more education. Ask yourself, do you like research? This is very much a college based in experimental design and doing research. If you do not enjoy doing research, you will not enjoy the College of Natural Science or any majors or careers in this college. You're going to be doing lots and lots of data analysis. You're going to be working with big data sets. That has to be something that you're comfortable doing. You should know that this is also a very competitive peer group in this cohort across the board. Many of our pre-professional students are enrolled in the College of Nat Sci. That means you're going to have lots of pre-med students in your classes, and that in and of itself makes it a very competitive peer group. Most of your classes are going to have labs, many labs in fact, and these labs are usually 3 hours of work in the laboratory and then an additional triple that number of lab write-ups afterwards. Once again, to close out this college, you should be comfortable with physics, biology, calc, and chemistry. They're going to be much different than those that you had in high school. So if you struggled in those in high school, probably not the best college for you. If you excelled in those, count on them to be as rigorous, if not more. College of Social Science, very different, and it's a great alternative to the last two colleges we've been talking about. Here you're going to find majors like anthropology, geography, history, psychology, economics. You're going to work with data sets, but in a very different way than in the other two colleges. Here you're going to start looking at demographics and people and social trends to make sense out of what's going on in the world. You need to be a good people person. Excuse me, you don't need to be a good people person. You might think that with the name of the college, but it doesn't mean you should choose this college because you're good with people. It's very interdisciplinary in the majors that you find here. You're going to also see that there's not a kind of typical job trajectory in the College of Social Science. It's very different from major to major. As you can see, anthropologists are quite different from psychologists and what they do. Here again, it's not uncommon to know that you're going to have to go on and get a graduate degree in order to find work in your field. Pretty common that just a bachelor's degree from this college and these majors is not enough to get you employment. And here, the degree you're going to see is also very intertwined with some extracurricular things that you're going to need to do in order to be successful. Broad College of Business. We certainly want to remind you that this also is one of the restricted enrollment colleges that you'll reapply the end of your first year into the College of Business. There's majors in here such as supply chain, general business management, accounting. You're going to, earning the RISE environmental studies minor will be certainly an asset. We see many of our supply chain majors wanting to add on that minor because of the new trend that we see in the greening of the economy and greening of business practices. You're going to see in Broad, you're going to more than likely have a really high profile paid internship that's going to be part of how you build your resume and build your career path in this college. It makes you very competitive in these fields. There are math requirements that are going to be quite varied depending on whether you're accounting or general business management or supply chain. And then we want to close out that certainly many of our, not all, but many of our RISE students go on and they earn the minor in environmental and sustainability studies. It's a very nice way to make your courses, your elective courses at MSU work for you, and we're going to encourage you that if you don't pursue this minor, you should certainly seek out some other minor while you're here at MSU so that you're not squandering your elective credits, that you're pulling them together in a cohesive whole so that they're transcriptable. This minor really makes many of our majors more marketable. I hear this from our students all the time that when they go to job and that they mention that they have this minor, recruiters are excited to hear about the skills that they gain from this minor. It broadens you, it rounds you out, and it gives you a set of skills that are what we call interdisciplinary, that many of our employers are looking for. That's, I think, what we wanted to share with you around our colleges and our minor, and Heather's going to close it out for you.
Great. So hopefully this session has provided you some good information to consider as you're thinking about different majors and specifically colleges while you're preparing to go to the academic orientation program. Just a final couple of points that we want to make and leave you with. First of all, you will be hired for your skills, not necessarily the name of the major on your diploma. In fact, it's not necessarily even fair to equate certain majors with certain jobs. Many of the jobs that will exist into the future, we may not even know right now. So the preparation is really around your skill set and transferable skills. And I think as you've seen, many of the majors here at MSU cut across many different boundaries. And even within the different colleges, you'll find similar skills. We also want to emphasize that if you're watching this and your anxiety level is going up around choosing a major, it is completely fine to not know what is the right fit for you right now. Part of one of the benefits of being in the RISE program and being in an interdisciplinary living learning community is having interactions with students across various different majors. We see most, I'd say, of RISE students, if not considering other majors, actually changing into a different major, a different college altogether during their first or second semester. That's extremely common, and we have several resources and supports to help you think through that process. Certainly Laurie and I are available, but beyond that, our RISE mentor program can help you think a little bit about the types of major and college that are best fit for you. We also want you to think about not just the name of the major or the college itself, but specifically what courses you're going to take within those programs. And we've designed another video, actually, that talks specifically about the academic programs catalog. Kira goes through on that video how to find various majors and then look down the list at which courses you'll be required to take as a part of that fulfilling that major. We want you to look at the course level because it might seem grand to choose a major based on a specific title, but if you look at the individual courses and realize the extent of basic science or the extent of mathematics or the numbers of foreign languages that you're going to have to take to fulfill the requirements for that major, and that doesn't fit for you, the amount of time you're spending in those courses might be an indication that that's not overall a good fit. So looking through the academic programs catalog, which we've listed the web link here on the screen, may be another good resource for you. Hopefully this has been informative. As Laurie and I both said, we have students across these different colleges who we can connect you with to talk more about majors. And hopefully this has helped you think a little bit about majors in advance of the academic orientation program this summer. All right. Hopefully you all have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.